the reverse C that leads to that over the top and a bunch of other problems. Let me give you a drill that will help you with that. And if you really wrap your mind around this drill, it's going to help you with timing too, to shorten up that backswing, not just trying to stop the arms, but actually shorten it up in a better, more efficient way. But as always, remember to pound that like button. We need a towel, something we can stand on about stance width, a little bit wider if you can, because we want to scrunch it up, we want to roll it. So what I want my feet to do, so in my backswing, I want my right foot, I'm a righty, to go this way, my left foot to go that way, like we're doing the splits. And it's kind of like skating. So as we're turning in, and this gets this reverse C, the left leg starts to come in, we start to really just side bend. We have almost no rotation. We want both. I start to side bend, and then almost always does it come over the top. The other one would be, we get this where we start to move the pelvis in and the club starts to get way inside. Both of those are really bad. I'm turning to the top of my backswing. I want to feel as I'm taking it away, the right foot pushes this way, the left foot pushes this way, but I want to do it with a little bit more like I mean it. So I have that, and then the feet start to stretch. You want to get your towel so when you go out, it's not too far, so you don't do the splits. So I start to get that feeling, and I can do it slow too. I could go right there, then you'll start to feel the legs, they stop, the hips stop, the upper body can keep going. So we want to kind of feel that, and our feet are pushing in the ground, not so much that they're spreading. When you're on grass, it's not going to. You want to feel like your feet are almost like you're a screw, like they're pushing into the ground. So we start to get that feeling into our takeaway, and you're going to start to notice you don't get much farther than here, and we get a much more controlled, structured backswing where we support this club at the top instead of where we get that reverse C, start to come in. I have no stretch, and the towel actually comes closer together. You get that, and then we get these horrible flying elbows, wrist starts to bow. We get all kinds of bad positions, versus when I feel like my feet separate, I stretch that towel, my core starts to engage, I rotate, my trail elbow works more down, lead wrist gets more flat, just get more supported at the top. Favorite training aid here, this bag with water in it. If I start to swing it, and I swing it up to the top of my backswing with a little bit of weight in it, my feet want to do that automatically. If I take this, it's heavy, I don't want to do this. My feet don't want to come close to, I definitely don't want to reverse. See, that kind of hurts. So if I start to get this and I swing it up to the top with some speed like a backswing, my feet brace, my legs stabilize, and I start to turn. I don't get that reverse C. Now I'm supported into the ground. Feel a little bit more into this trail leg. And then if I was going to go through, I'd probably move to here. The same thing if I had a little bit of a fall through. And then you move into the front leg. But we're just thinking backswing right here. So I don't reverse C. My left leg doesn't come in. Not as much anyways. So I get this. I start to move it. And then the feet automatically, they want to make that pressure on the towel. They want to move away or into the ground. Just one more, because I know not everyone has that bag with water in it. So I got a kettlebell. Hopefully you can get this. If I just take this, if I swing it slow, feet probably won't really move. I actually start to reverse C. But if I get this with some momentum into my backswing, I want to take an actual real backswing, my feet want to move that way. They want to spread the opposite way. They want to do almost a split, and we get a pretty decent backswing, but I'm much more stable into the ground. Move the towel, want to get that feeling in my backswing more like I'm spreading the towel this way. My feet are starting to work, feel like they're working out. I get that, and then I have that feeling. I feel much more loaded in the core. I'm turned. These muscles are stretching. This knee's not collapsing, coming in, giving me that reverse C. Then I have no stretch across the stomach. So that's just a good drill. If you start to feel that, when you get that into real time, my feet feel like they're spreading apart, gripping the ground with the spikes of my shoes. I can start to get that, where I get that finish, and I don't get way up here. This elbow flies, the club goes way past parallel, and we put no power onto that golf ball. Give it a try. Let me know what you think in the comments.